This is our family engagement project on the early intervention process. This was created by Alyssa, Brooke, Vanessa, and Casey. Do you know anyone that is or has received early intervention for a disability? This presentation will provide information, resources, and the importance of early intervention. Here are the foundational details about the early intervention process. Early intervention is services provided by the state for any child with delays or disabilities under the age of 3. These services help the child, but they also support the family in raising this little one. The services can range from physical therapy to speech therapy, and they are typically in place to improve the development of a child that has a delay. If parents have any concerns about their child's development, they should address them as soon as possible. Expressing concerns to a pediatrician is the best starting point. The worst they can say is that the concerns are normal and nothing to worry about at this time. It is always best to address the concerns sooner than later so that the child can receive help immediately if it is necessary. Now let's address how a child receives early intervention and what these beginning steps will look like. Anyone can contact the State Intervention Program to refer a child that is showing signs of a delay or disability. Referrals can be made for any child and should be made as early as possible. As we already discussed, it is better to get a child the help they need so that they can have the same opportunities later in life. This referral will result in a full evaluation of the child, typically by a screening professional. They will assess the child's development physically, socially, emotionally, and cognitively. The results of this assessment are written in a formal report. Lastly, the evaluation team and the family will have a meeting to discuss the results. The purpose of this meeting is to determine eligibility or to decide how much and what services the child will receive. As stated before, these services will help the child as well as their family. An Individualized Family Service Plan, also known as an IFSP, is written with the intervention team after eligibility for services has been determined. Again, this process involves the parents and family so that their needs can be met for the child. The IFSP outlines the services that will be given to the family and child. The IFSP is drafted with all of the professionals and the parents. This ensures that all their needs and wants for their child and family can be taken into consideration. At these meetings, parents are typically asked about routines at home, challenges the child faces, and the outcomes they desire to see for their child. IFSP meetings can even bring up a need for childcare or transportation to services. Any concerns that the family has should be addressed at IFSP meetings. Since IFSPs are only used for children under the age of 3, they can be eligible for an Individualized Education Plan or an IEP upon their 3rd birthday. However, some children transition out of their services before turning 3 and do not need an IEP. Early intervention helps children in multiple ways. The child receives the services they need to improve their development, and the family gets the support they need in raising the infant or toddler. Some of the services a child can receive through early intervention include occupational therapy, physical therapy, and speech and language therapy. By law, the IFSP team is required to meet every 6 months to review and revise the plan or goals. Therapists and service providers present data to indicate areas of growth and show the progress made toward reaching these goals. If the goals have been achieved, new ones will be made at these semi-annual meetings. All of these factors benefit the growth and development of the child. It would be difficult for a child to receive these services without the early intervention program. These studies are only a few of endless studies that have been conducted to test the effectiveness of early intervention. Trina Spencer, Douglas Peterson and John Adams studied a group of 22 children with language impairments who received 20 minutes of small group intervention 2 times a week for a total of 9 weeks. At the end of the study, each child had shown some form of growth and improvement. In the second study, Philip Strain and Edward Bovey worked with students who had 2 years of intervention to address skills in the following areas: cognitive, problem behavior, social, language, and autism symptoms. After the 2-year period of intervention, these children showed immense improvement in comparison to their peers in all skill areas. Many other studies have shown that early intervention is highly effective. Early intervention is important for multiple reasons. First, it improves and enhances the development and education of a child with developmental delays, special needs, or other concerns. Without early intervention, these children would not be able to receive the services and interventions they need during their early years. Secondly, early intervention provides assistance and support to families with children that have special needs. Overall family health and well-being is critical during the early years of development for a child. Early intervention is so profitable for families since it exists to provide them with exactly what they need for their child. It also gives a proper foundation to improve the life and opportunities for the child in the program. Lastly, overall development is based on the critical learning patterns that are laid on this foundation in early childhood. Who do you know that could be referred for a disability and early intervention? It is best to refer them now so that they can receive all of these benefits and excel in their life. Keep watching this presentation to find out how you can refer this child online. If you are not a parent, think about someone in your life that is a parent. How do you think they would feel if the early intervention team found concerns from their evaluation results on their child? They might be scared, apprehensive, nervous, and have no idea what to do. These resources can be passed on to parents to provide them with more information and services to meet their needs at this stressful time of life. Here are several resources that you can access for more information and specific strategies to help your child. The first resource from the Center for Parent Information and Resources helps parents find resources within their own neighborhood. Information for families across the United States can be found at this link. They also provide resources in Spanish. Some of their most popular articles are focused on outcomes for families and the many ways they can achieve them. The next resource is specifically for families in Arizona. The intervention program is called Arizona Early Intervention Program, or AZIP. This site also has resources available in Spanish. One of the key principles for AZIP is that they attempt to create an individualized early intervention process so that it reflects the family's and child's needs, preferences, and cultural beliefs. Therefore, they also strive to create IFSP outcomes that are functional and based on the family's priorities. You can refer a child through the AZIP website by clicking on the portal near the bottom left side of this link. Please watch the video at the end of this presentation for more information about AZIP. Strong Families Arizona can be reached at the first link on this page. They provide programs based off the child's age and location in their community. Services within your community can be refined by zip code, family status, number of children, age of children, areas you need assistance with, and many more areas. Home visiting programs appear to be the most popular program through the site, and their testimonials show that parents benefited immensely from the in-home help. The second link will take you to the Special Education Guide, which connects parents to support groups. They also provide preparation methods for parents before coordinating service plans for their child. Their website states that although it can be overwhelming to be in a parent scenario like this, families can help their child succeed by being an informed advocate. Please visit these 4 resources to receive more detailed information about early intervention and how it can specifically assist your child and family. As you visit these resources, think about how you can use them and the information you can pass on to parents that are concerned about their child's development. We appreciate your feedback on this presentation about early intervention. Please click or copy and paste the link to tell us what you thought of this presentation. Did you think it was beneficial? Do you know someone that might need early intervention? Please let us know. Here are the references used in this presentation. Please watch the final video on the Arizona early intervention process. Thanks for viewing.